bitches.
But moving on from the Phace top 5, everybody else had their chance at story time. Now it's my time at story time. You feel me? Like,
oh, bro.
This is a story that has contributed to some trust issues that I have developed before I got married. This story comes from a former relationship that you guys know of, and we're going to refer to the person as the lady. We're just going to say that because I don't want to put nobody's name out there. Just because I'm trying to be tactful. That's about it. I really don't.
Read the room. All right.
Those
The lady.
those people who do know me will know by the time frame what person I'm speaking on.
Okay.
So this happened. This actual story happened during my relationship I was in for like I think like 5, 6, 7 years, something like that. And this actual story happened around 2009, 2010.
Yep.
Like
I know who you're talking about.
The very end
man.
of the relationship.
That means I was there.
This is like the last straw, and if it wasn't the last straw, I'd have been a simp if I had stayed in a relationship or any type of relationship.
Can I ask one question before you go in? Because I feel like this is about to be one of the ones. Was this before or after you and the lady had visited us down here in Georgia?
After.
Okay.
After.
Oh boy. I don't know where this is about to go.
And it was 2009 and 2010, so I was there. I know I was there.
Oh boy.
I was there.
So this happened when I was living in Richmond. You feel me? Like I had finally moved back down here. Shit didn't go right for me financially when I was living in the 7-5 because I wasn't doing the right things I was supposed to do. Just financially, I was spending money erratically. I wasn't saving money. I wasn't paying bills when they needed to be. I wasn't handling my business as a man. And it's at this point where I can be like, yeah, I fucked up. It was just me. I contributed to my part, but we had other adults in the household doing the same thing, fucking up too. So we all collectively
fucking up too.
You feel me?
Yeah.
I'm just owing to my part. So
when
we moved back,
I would say me first.
When we moved back to Richmond, me and the lady got a crib. Well, it was this her crib? This is our crib. We have moved in together, and we had an apartment on the west side of Richmond. So at this point, I had just got a job working in Colonial Heights. I was working at a large retailer, America's largest retailer, I believe, and I was working there overnight. And I just started out making, so I forgot what I was making, but back then probably won't shit. But I was making like to pay my half of the bills. You know? So I would go to work at night, come home. I make it to the house about 8:00. I say 8:30 the latest because where we lived at, it was a good little drive back and forth. So I'm driving to the job in the morning. At night, driving back home in the morning, dead tired. When I'm getting there, she getting ready to go to work. I'm like, okay, we barely seeing each other on this work shit, but nigga got a job. I ain't hustling no more, so be happy.
Yeah.
So, but everyone knows this relationship from start to finish was a toxic relationship, and we both were toxic individuals in a relationship. Neither one of us wanted to admit to it, but at that point, I could say we both was in love, but we were just in love and toxic to each other and toxic to ourselves at the same time. So at this point in time, we had both believed, or at least I believed, the toxicity had ceased on both ends because I was doing my thing to be faithful or whatever, and I was led to believe she was too. So this was my first whole weekend off. So Saturday I was off, Sunday I was off, but I'm never off on both days. So matter of fact, correction, I was off on a Sunday, and I wasn't normally off on Sundays. So waking up, boom, I was there last night. Cool. Wake up in the morning, we in the bed, I look at her. She laid out in the bed with her phone in her hand, like she just been on the phone. I'm like, that's odd. I hadn't heard you, because if you talking in the room with me, I'm waking up. You feel me? Because I sleep extra light. But we're getting to another story another week about why I sleep extra light, especially when I was sleeping around her.
Yeah.
So we'll definitely get into that story. But at this point, I wake up, she sleep. I look over, I'm like, all right, that's odd. So I go in the living room, I roll up. So I'm doing my normal thing, trying to find some more TV to watch.
You're just getting home from work the night before?
No, I'm just waking up. I was off this morning. I was off that night.
And she would sleep at home with you?
Yeah, sleep at home with me.
Okay.
You feel me? So we didn't do that, and then nothing happened sexually between us that night before. So it was just because that was my first Sunday off, so I was tired. You feel me? I had worked that Saturday, so that Sunday morning I got off, so I was basically tired. She did whatever she did, was chilling, I guess, with her friends or whatever. We didn't really spend too much time in the daytime. She came on that night, that Sunday, went to sleep, woke up that Sunday. That Sunday we woke up. So I'm looking at the phone. I don't make no attention, pay no attention to it. So I go into the other room, like I said, roll up, watch them on TV. But the whole time I'm sitting there like, why was your hand on the phone? Like, we was just in the bed together. Who was you talking to on the phone? Why are you in the bed with me? Now, I'm nowhere near the age I am now. I'm a much younger man. I'm in my younger 20s. And I move like I'm a man in my younger 20s, not a man that's damn near 40 now.
Right.
So the whole time I'm like, what's in that damn phone? 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 So I'm smoking, watching TV. What's in that damn phone? She's still asleep. Like, she knocked out. Like, I got up out of bed like 2 hours ago, and you still asleep. And the whole time I'm on my mind, I'm smoking, watching TV. But back of my mind is what's on the damn phone. So I get up, I walk in the room, and your phone being how your hand is, your phone screensaver didn't come on because your finger is still on your phone. So your phone never locked. So I'm looking at your phone, you was texting. I'm like, who the fuck is that? I don't know that number. I don't know that friend. Come to be a male you texting. So I'm like, okay, you texting a dude while we was in bed together and I was asleep.
Boy.
Let me see this phone. So I pull the phone out of her hand. Once again, young man's move. Nowhere near the mentality I have now, because if that was now, total different situation. But take the phone, I go into the living room, still smoking. Now I'm looking at the phone. TV's on, but I'm not watching that. I'm watching the phone.
A whole new show started.
I'm all into the phone. I'm all into the phone. So the Facebook account back then, text messages, everything. You've been sending pictures, getting pictures, doing this. So I'm hot. You feel me? I'm hot. But being I know we come from a toxic past, I'm willing to try to be at a point where we can converse on this, just be real and just be honest, and we possibly can move past it at this point. So I go back in there, put the phone right back in her hand how it was, go back in the other room, smoking. She get up. Now, I can't control emotions like I can now as an adult man. In my younger 20s, I was still moving as a young man, a young boy.
Right.
So I'm trying to contain it. I'm like, ain't nothing wrong. But you could read it all over my face. One of the reasons why I have the name I had. So you can read it all over my face. So we get into it. I'm like, look, man, I already know what's up. Just be honest with me. And that's all I need. We possibly can talk about it, work it out. Just don't lie, because I already know what I know. And like I tell everybody, I'll never ask a question I don't know the answer to.
Yeah.
Because I don't ever give you the room to lie to me. If I give you the room to lie to me, I'll never know if you're telling me the truth or not. So, never. So I asked the question: Are you messing around? Are you dealing with somebody else? You fucking with somebody else? Nah, I ain't fucking with nobody else. So I'm gonna ask you a clear question: Are you texting somebody else? Nah, I ain't texting somebody else. So you're clearly lying. So I sit back down. I ignore it. Okay, now you're trying to get on the defensive and get upset. Cool, whatever. We get into the argument, whatever. I went through your phone, whatever. And at this point, I'm not trying to take it there because, once again, I'm trying to get past the toxicity and not trying to go there, because as people know me, I wasn't always the calm face that you know now. I was a very angry person back in my day. Once again, as a young man, not being able to control my emotions. So at this point, calm. So we begin smoking together. I pass her the L. We're smoking. Okay, we calm down. Whatever's going on is whatever going on. I can't change the past. Men always understand that. If something happens, no amount of anger you get is going to change what's already happened.
Nope.
Cool. So it's morning time. We smoking. Whatever. I'm home. We about to get it in. All right, cool. Now.
So this is all, okay. So the Sunday you got home from work or whatever, and you spent the whole day at home, she was at home all day with you?
Nah, she had went out.
Like during the daytime, though?
Yeah.
Got it.
Okay.
And then that's when you came back home as well. And she was already asleep though, because she got back home before you did, I'm assuming.
So we got in the bed together and shit.
Got it. But she was sleeping
But when
way
I woke
longer
up,
than I got it. So basically, y'all had went out to go chill or whatever, did whatever y'all did, and then came back home and then like laid down for a nap or some shit, but her nap was way longer. And then we get into this. Okay.
Yeah.
So this night,
So,
did she leave the house that night?
oh, we're getting to the nighttime. I left that night.
Shit. You left that night. So the night that y'all argued or whatever, and then you had looked through the phone and shit, y'all had your conversation.
This was the last night I stayed in the apartment. When I get to nighttime, it was the last night I stayed in this apartment.
Got you.
So at this point, it's somewhere in the afternoon. We're about to get it in. We're on the couch. So of course, kissing, foreplay, whatever. Pull down the underwear, or pull down the panties, I should say. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? I'm not saying nothing because I'm just trying to catch my mind mentally because I know what I'm seeing, but it's just like a movie. You don't think like you see what you see, but you see what you see it. You feel me? I'm seeing it, but I think I'm seeing it.
Is she discharged?
So
she got like some STD or something?
So no. So I look, and it's the end of a condom. Like the end that's closest to you, the closest
like
to the gap.
Like the part you roll down.
Yeah, the rim part. You feel me? So I'm like, what the fuck? So I take it and pull it out the pussy. You feel me? Like I look at her, I look at it, I look at her, throw that bitch on her chest. I'm like, you know what the fuck? I got to fucking go, yo. I got to fucking go.
Holy shit.
Because not only are you fucking other niggas, you fucking these little dick niggas. And you fucking these little dick niggas that don't give a fuck about your health and safety. Because the condom came off in the pussy. Something could have happened to you. Something could have happened to you another way if he had something. Then something could have happened to me if you gave that to me. If we would have had sex.
What? Hold on.
Oh man, this is a lot. This is a
lot to unpack here. Oh my God. Mm-hmm. Hold on.
I grabbed my shit. I got in my Chrysler LeBaron and I pulled the fuck off. And that was the last time I stepped foot in that apartment.
I got so many questions. I don't know where to start.
And that's how you create a supervillain. When you take someone who's trying
one bad day,
who's trying not to be angry, who's trying to get past all the bad bullshit, who's trying to forgive and forget, and then you top it off with that, that's how you create a supervillain.
Oh.
That's where all the trust, that's where a lot of my trust issues come from. But now that I'm married and I'm with a positive, good black woman, who's helped me break down my walls and get past my certain trust issues. Now she can attempt to help me get past my other issues that stem from that long-standing relationship. And it's been a trying process. But thankfully, she stood by me and helped me get past that bullshit. But this was my story of the first time I was in love and when I became a supervillain.
And one bad day theory.
This is a question you can't answer. This is just maybe the ladies in the audience can write in the comments or tell me how did she not know that was there?
Yeah.
For one. And then for two, what was her reaction when you took it out and threw it on her chest? Like, I'm just like the movie of this is like.
Where'd you get that from?
No, that is not the correct
Where'd you get that from?
That is not the correct response.
You mean this used condom and we haven't done shit yet? Oh, no. Lord.
No, that's not the correct response to that at all.
Oh, shit. Shit nuggets. Oh, my God.
I'm rolling up after this.
What the whole entire fuck?
I'm rolling up after this.
Literally, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I know she didn't say that. I know.
She said what?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man, but I know she said
what
that.
What did you say? Did you
that.
say anything, or did you just like, oh my god?
I'm afraid. I'm afraid if he did.
Where the fuck you thought I got it from? Out your pussy.
Yeah, that's probably what he said.
Boy, you don't know how condoms work? Obviously, the shit fell off when I was fucking, and he chose not to say nothing and kept on fucking. I'm glad I didn't follow up. Because we hadn't had sex in a few days. So how long possibly could it have been in there? Could it have been the day before? Could have been the day before that? You don't know. You feel me? So that fucks with somebody's mentality. You feel me? Like,
so that is nasty.
So,
if it had to
please
been,
tell me it was just that day or something when she went out or something. Because I'm like, you didn't wash.
Who knows?
You didn't wash down there and then be like, oh, this
days?
don't feel like my normal area. What's this?
Yeah, who knows?
If it's hanging out for you to just see it like that means it was just like a tampon string or some shit.
Yeah, traumatic experience. You feel me? So, lady, after that point,
I
it was
never knew that was
what
finally ended it.
That relationship and me meeting the woman that will become the wife. So the years between there, I was a villain. You feel me? I was a horrible individual to women. I really was. You feel me? I was taking out my pain and my anguish on any women I was encountering or having relations with, and it was what it was. I mean, it helped me become the man I am now, see my wrongs and can be more self-aware of what I was back then. But I know where those behaviors stem from now, at this point now, being my age I am now. So, I mean, I look back on that as a learning experience. I wish I didn't go through it.
I mean that.
Either.
Oh, man.
Damn, yo. I never knew that's why y'all, like, I never knew that was like finally what just made you say, all right, I'm gonna be done with this and stop. Like I never knew what happened. I just knew y'all ended up breaking up and you were like, yeah, it's finally for good. So
it was so much, man. It was after all them years of both of us being toxic, because I mean, I knew I was doing what I was doing. I wasn't ready and prepared to be in no serious long-term committed relationship. We was just got together and just developed love, you feel me, and ended up falling in love during the time and the experiences we had together, because it was a lot of good times. Don't get me wrong, it was good times, but the bad times outweighed the good. And when they topped it off with that cherry at the end, I just had enough. I had it was no more I could take.
Nasty cherry on that cream pie. Oh my God!
And if I had chose to continue, I would only have been doing myself a great disservice and not showing myself any love. At that point, I realized like I wasn't loving myself. I was loving her more than I was loving me, and I had to give myself more of what I was giving to her back to myself. You feel me? Like, and I didn't learn that right away. You feel me? I didn't. That's why I was so nasty and doing what the things I was doing with females between the time when I ended it with her and I ended up getting with my wife. And then even in the beginning with me and my wife, like it wasn't all roses and peaches. You feel me? We had difficulty because
well, I can imagine, you know, you got some baggage there after that. Yeah.
So I mean, at this point where I've been with my wife, we've been married going on 3 years and been together going on 10. So I mean, like I'm loving it. You feel me? Like just like McDonald's out this bitch. I'm loving it.
Thank God for healthy relationships after that. That shit there, I saw it on the docket, like the title, but I did not see Storytime going like that. Like that was
that
took the cake there, champ.
The suspense.